Maybe as you've been delivering your work over the past weeks or months, you continually see opportunity for change. You might even see it as a necessity to maintain the health of the business or the health of the employees on your team. Or maybe you've even been charged to lead a change, but you're just not getting the traction, the engagement that you need from the organization in order to be successful. So how best can you advocate for change in your workplace? And advocate in a way that will inspire the types of action that you need to see moving forward. Well, as someone who has dedicated her life's work to advocating for change, I've got some thoughts for you. Let's get it. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down 4 actions you can begin taking today to advocate for change within your workplace. Starting with what you must get crystal clear on, then what you must align within your messaging. And finally, 2 of the most powerful ways you can begin gaining momentum behind bringing your desired change to life. The first step is to get clear on the belief or beliefs that's required to bring your change to life. You know, I've been quoted saying it many times that sustained change happens through sustaining belief. So as you're working to advocate for the change, ask yourself, what must my leadership or my employees believe in order to want to bring that change to life or make it a reality? The clearest example that I can think of, and something that many of my clients are experiencing today, is digital transformation, or integrating updated systems, replacing more antiquated technology. And the belief therein is this new system is going to be more streamlined and it's going to create a more simplified employee experience. They're going to be able to get their work done quicker and more efficiently. You really need to nurture that belief. Now, a very powerful way to do that is to have case studies, to have success stories of how that specific technology or that software platform has already been integrated and you're actually seeing that result. Somehow you need to be nurturing those seeds of belief that if we can work really hard to integrate this system, obsoleting the one that we work in today, my work is going to be easier, it's going to be more simplified, and I'm going to be able to get through my day much more effectively and efficiently. The second step is to align those beliefs that we just talked about in step 1 to the company's mission or shared value and purpose. Link the beliefs that are required to make your change a reality to the beliefs or the motivators that are already held in the organization, like agility, like simplicity, like fulfillment in work. Somehow link to an already long-standing belief system, because that's going to help individuals grasp onto what they need to believe to move your change forward a lot easier, because it's already going to be something that resonates within them. Now, this is really powerful when you're trying to advocate for change to leadership, right? Find those beliefs, those values, those things that motivate them. Find ways to link that belief you're trying to drive directly to that, because that's going to help them get on board and become more engaged in helping you bring that change to reality. So before we get into the final 2 steps, I do just want to mention subscribe. If you're digging these videos, getting value, I drop them like this all the time. The best way for you to get notified is to click the notification bell, but also to click subscribe, because you'll get recommendations as my videos are being dropped. I want to make sure that I'm giving you value on the daily, but you got to work with me help you. Go ahead and click subscribe. All right, let's get back into the steps. The third step is to face the risks and costs associated with your change head on. Understand what's required of both the business and the organization in order to move through the change successfully, dimensioning the costs to the business as well as individuals in the organization, as well as the risks. What could happen as you're moving through the change? Where might there be detriment? Where might there be pitfalls that might happen that could pose risk to the business? Be very transparent, open, and honest, especially with leadership as you're advocating for this change. By going through this exercise, it's going to help you create a cost-benefit analysis, right? Helping you get really clear on, here's what it's going to cost the business to make this change, but here's the benefit that's going to be afforded to the business and the organization once you're successful. And it might even help you understand, you know what? The costs are a little bit too high for what we'll actually see on the tail end of doing this. It might actually help your thinking, inform your thinking, and what exactly you want to advocate for. One other little trick that I want to invite for you is to not only frame this as it relates to the risk associated to the business if we do this change, as we embark upon this change journey, but also position it as what are the risks that are going to be incurred to the business should we not make this change? What's going to be the cost to us if we don't integrate this technology platform? If we don't let go of this antiquated way of getting our work done? What cost are we posing to the business? A loss in competitive edge, a loss in our competitive advantage, a loss in our ability to respond to competitive threats. Dimension that as well, and that can be a really compelling way to sell or advocate for making that change across the business. The fourth and final step of advocating for change in your work is to role model the desired behaviors and then identify and engage early adopters. Mark Shields, who was a well-known political advisor and commentator, stated that there is always strength in numbers. The more individuals or organizations that you can rally to your cause, the better. Now, this absolutely holds true when you're trying to make change happen within your work, within your business. Not only should you be a role model for making the change happen, for engaging in whatever type of change you want to bring to life, but also find those early adopters throughout or adapters throughout the organization. Some way that you can increase your numbers, those individuals that are really excited about making the change happen, already leaning into the change. And from that little cohort, you can actually start elevating success stories. You know what? This individual is engaging in this technology. This is the benefit. This is the value that they're getting. Share their testimonials. Let them be your cheerleaders, right, throughout the organization. And that's going to help incite momentum, right, to move that change forward. So as best you can, find those early adopters and actually grow your numbers in moving that change forward. You'll no longer be the only voice striving to advocate for the change. And as Mark said, there's power in numbers. Speaking of change, I've got something else for you, and you know I'm not going to charge you for it. Everything here is free. It's actually a free chapter of my best-selling book, Change Enthusiasm: How to Harness the Power of Emotion for Leadership and Success. Now, I specifically want to gift you with the introductory chapter to this growth mindset, sharing with you a pragmatic way to harness the power of those more difficult emotions, like fear and frustration that we often experience when going through change, and how to leverage that emotional energy as fuel to propel you forward through even your greatest change challenges. And this is yours today for free. All you got to do is click on the link below. I want to make sure you have the data, the insights, the research to accelerate your growth through even your greatest change challenges. I'm Cassandra Worthy, and until we meet again, keep growing and keep rocking.